So welcome back to Decoy Noise. Today we're going to be going over Am I the Antagonist thread of Am I the Antagonist for proving to my roommate that her boyfriend keeps hitting on me? So in a wildly awarded, I don't even know all these awards they got right there, we're just going to be going over a viewer request of Am I the Antagonist? If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. Let me know how you like the new format with the different screens and the music in the background. If it's too loud or you just want me to eliminate it, whatever. But let's just get to the thread right now, which is I'm Sam. My roommate's name is Lauren, and her boyfriend's name is Mark. Lauren and Mark have been dating for maybe 4 months. Mark always hits on me, like always, as soon as Lauren walks away. Mark's laying it on thick with compliments and asking when our lease is up. Uh-oh. I wear a lot of bodycon and sometimes low-cut clothing. I don't know what bodycon is. Someone in the comments let me know. So I expect to get glances, maybe mild staring, but this guy is very obviously hitting on me, and oftentimes in ways that makes me feel uncomfortable, especially since he's always in our apartment. Uh-oh. I have told Lauren several times that Mark hits on me, and she just rolls her eyes. She doesn't believe me, which is confusing to me. Lauren and I have been roommates for 5 years, and in that time she has dated 3 other guys, and I have never complained about this before. Okay. So yesterday, she tells me that Mark is coming over, and I was like, great. I told her if she would just walk upstairs in our apartment building and tell Mark that she was going around the block, she would walk in and see him hitting on me. She actually agreed to do it to humor me. Mark gets in the apartment, and I'm just doing the dishes. I tell him that Lauren went to the store up the block, and she is really right outside the door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He sits at the counter and starts chatting with me normally. Then the conversation turns to him hitting on me. Normally I just walk away from Mark, but I endured it so Lauren would see and hear it. She came in and told Mark to go to her room. Then she starts yelling at me, saying I tried to seduce him, and that I dressed like a harlot? I guess it's an easier way to put that. And I'm like, I always dress like that. I always dress like a harlot, Lauren. Who cares? Your boyfriend's hitting on me. We argued about it and both said some crappy stuff to each other. She and Mark are staying in her bedroom, and we haven't spoken to each other since. As I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if I'm a jerk for even trying to do this, but at the same time, I think she sucks for not believing me in the first place. I live in New York and I love my neighborhood. I don't want to have to find a new roommate because of this idiot. If I did this antagonist thing, please tell me, am I the antagonist? So I guess I'll give my 2 cents before we go into the top comments, and we're going to go over some controversial comments as well. But if you like this format of like live talk podcasty, solo dives, please subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments if you want me to bring back live discussion or whatever it may be. But I don't think she's the antagonist. I think the other person's an idiot. I think that she didn't believe her. She just thought her boyfriend was an amazing person, and then when she actually saw it for herself, the reality overcame her, and then she's like, oh my god, like no, this is destroying my world. You're being the bad person. How dare you seduce him? He's an angel. He would never do that without you. And it's just like, it's hard for people to see the truth sometimes, and honestly I can kind of see why they got so many awards or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, in theory your boyfriend hitting on someone, whatever, but actually seeing it was just too much for her small mind to fathom. So let's see what the top comments are right now, because I imagine they'll be much of the same. Her thing is, I always dress like that, Lauren. It'll probably forever be my favorite comeback. Not something you expect to read every day. 10 out of 10. Not the antagonist for making me laugh. Yeah, she's like, I always dress like that. It's funny. And maybe she's just like, you know, it's jealousy. It's jealousy too, like where, hey, I don't get attention like this. How dare you get attention like that? The reply is, yes, I agree the comeback was great and OP is not the antagonist. The roommate is probably having pink glasses on and doesn't want to recognize that a new boyfriend is a turd. Very true, and kind of what I said. Ooh, let's see, this person got a word saying, when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, red flags are just flags. Yes, that's an adage that everybody's seen. Someone had their mind blown by that one right there. Yeah, mind blown award, because it's just, they knew when to strike. That's just something everybody says. So the next reply is, yes, I love that too. Way to own it. First of all, and second, you can wear whatever the F you want, especially in your own house. Mark is the gross one here. Very true. And this nobody seems to have picked up on the fact that he said, when is your lease up? Because he's trying to, like they say, the new thing with serial monogamers is the monkey doesn't let go of one branch until they firmly have the next branch. So it's like, hey, he doesn't want to dump his girlfriend until he can get that next girlfriend. So when the lease is up, he wants to try to get at the other girl. OP right here. Okay, so, excuse me. So the next next thread. Not the antagonist. If you were trying to seduce him, then why would you be continually trying to tell her about it and warn her? Her anger is completely misplaced, probably because she's in a denial that her boyfriend is a effing sleazebag. The only way I could see her being the antagonist in this thread right here is if in the next door we don't know what the conversation is. She kind of just didn't say what it is. What if she was sitting there dressed in like a more revealing outfit than normal and was like, oh, so whatever the guy's name, I forget already, like, Mark, what are you doing later on today? Oh yeah, you like the way this forms my body? What are you doing after OP goes away? Like, you know, it could be a thing where maybe she was seducing him, trying to prove a point, and maybe she leaned into it, so maybe it's some of her fault? Who knows? Not enough information. Next reply is, love is blind, they say. Also, I think sometimes people feel if their partner has a wandering eye, it's a reflection on their feelings for them, and therefore a reflection on them as a person, not being hot, funny, smart enough, etc., so it's easier to blame a third party. OP is not the antagonist. Very true, very true. Next reply, not the antagonist, but I love your self-aware bluntness. I always dress like this, Lauren, who cares? Your boyfriend's hitting on me. Everybody seems to like that line right there. Next reply, agreed, not the antagonist. You have been trying to warn her, and if you genuinely were trying to seduce Mark, hopefully she would realize your behavior and doesn't line up. The better play is to have someone that might have been just to somehow record it and show her, but after 5 years of being roommates, you think you guys would be able to be more open, and she would be more trusting. It's true. And the thing is, like, if she was trying to seduce Mark, she just wouldn't put it on blast. She'd just be trying to get him. Like, she wouldn't out herself like that unless she kind of, I do know there are some girls that like hitting on, like, that like getting attention from other girls' boyfriends. That helps them feel like they're hotter. If it's like, oh, if it's a single guy, whatever, ew. But if it's a guy that is cheating on someone, it makes her feel like it's even better. So, not saying that's the case, but just trying to weigh out all the different options. So the next reply is, I love the archaic idea that if a woman is dressed like anything less than a effing full-length gown with long sleeves, high collar, like a crinoline, I don't know what that is, she's asking for it. This chick should be able to dress however the F she wants to in her own effing home and not have to deal with someone slobbering oaf hitting on her. 1000% not the antagonist. Shame on OP's roommate for having a crappy boyfriend about it. Okay, whatever. Next reply. Oh my god, OP, please source crinoline and wear whenever he's at your place. I don't know what this is. I guess I'm the slobbering oath. I don't know the finer points of that. So, not the antagonist. Your boyfriend sucks for not believing you when you first told Mark sucks for hitting on you when he has a girlfriend. Okay. So I guess we're getting a lot of the same stuff or whatever. People saying like, oh yeah, kudos for you having a good line or whatever. You're not the person. But let's just get to some controversial comments. So I mean, if you've made it this far in the video, please subscribe. I'm always begging for it. The live videos, let me know if you like the music, if I should turn it down. Requests you have, whatever it may be. But let's see what a controversial comment looks like, because this might be interesting. So, not the antagonist, she is. She's a female misogynist and she's victim blaming. Okay, so now we're getting into more technical terms here. It wouldn't matter if you were sitting there stark freaking nude. That doesn't give him the right to your body. No always means no. For you to blame you is morally repugnant and someone needs to move out. Is it possible she wants you out so he can move in? If this was a plan, just asking. Because why is she always asking you when the lease is up? Why is always asking when the lease is up? This might be a bit of projection. That's why it's a controversial thing. Because she, at its base, has good advice saying like, hey, he doesn't have a right to do that. But this is a weird thing to say it's about the lease or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. So, just get to the next one. ESH. What's ESH mean? I always forget. ESH. Oh, it doesn't have it. So, yes. Everyone's crappy here, I think, for not socially distancing, especially in New York. Shaking my head. I agree 100%, and that the fact is you're downvoted is ridiculous. And the thing, oh yeah, social distancing. That's why New York is having a major issue. I'm not trying to get into that situation, but if this is recent, yeah, that's a problem right there. Let's see one more post. She wasn't the one that invited him over. Yeah, so it's like, you know, a thing. So let's see. You're the antagonist for having people over at your apartment in New York City instead of being away. Yes, this is true. Love this reply. Yeah, if this is a current thing, because a lot of time people post stories that occurred a long time ago, but honestly, this is a good point that, you know, we should be distancing. I think we need pictures that come to a fully informed decision. All in favor say aye. So he just wants to see if what she's wearing, if she's good looking or whatever. So I can see why that's a controversial reply, because that's just, he's detracting from it. We're not talking about if anybody's the antagonist. He's just saying, you're a jerk, he's a jerk, whatever. So if you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments below if you like this style, that style. We're having a celebration right now. Give me some, what do you call it, requests, because I'm branching off. Entitled Parents seems like it's gonna become weird. Relationships is weird. Am I the protagonist? Antagonist seems good. Ask Reddit's always good, but let me know down below what you would like me to cover. Comments on if you think that this is a made-up story, or if she should have handled it differently. But check out that video over there, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thanks for stopping by.